President Biden makes a surprise visit to Eastern Europe. We will have the details.
Plus, she's not quite dead yet. A woman was found alive in a body bag.
I'm Claire Johnson.
And I'm Lily Ford. Your news starts now. UTC is launching an accelerated nursing program. An on-campus announcement is scheduled to take place February 27th. The program was made official after approval by the Tennessee Higher Education Commission. This program is intended for those who already have a bachelor's degree in any field. For further information, visit utc.edu or contact April Anderson at the information you see on the screen.
2 UTC juniors are awarded prestigious fellowships this summer. Jeanette Saeed will be spending her summer at Princeton University. Emma Sprayberry will be spending her summer at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. Courses during this summer internship will include economics, statistics, and international affairs. Saeed says she hasn't quite processed the whole situation yet and won't until the day she arrives at Princeton. After 2 years, Photo Night is back.
This event, which highlights professional photographers and the works of UTC's rising rock and photojournalism, is only a few days away. Here's our Cassandra Castillo with the story.
Photo Night's presenters are gearing up for the big event, and we have the opportunity to interview Kim Hubbard and Olivia Ross, 2 of 5 photojournalists attending Wednesday night. Among Hubbard's major projects is Cheetahs on the Edge, which won a National Magazine Award. She's also photographed Kodiak bears in Alaska and has visited several countries with former President Barack Obama. Here, she tells us about how her work has inspired national change worldwide.
When I was at National Geographic, I produced a story on koalas in Australia with Joel Sartori. And so we sent him down there and thought we knew what he was going to cover. I mean, the story was that the koalas were losing their habitat due to real estate, golf courses, just the suburbs were encroaching on their habitat. So there were koalas like living in neighborhood trees, and they were being killed by neighborhood dogs. They were being hit by cars. So we sent him down there. You know, he's shooting all this, and he befriends these veterinarians. And they start showing him all the dead bodies of the koalas that are killed in these various ways. And they agree to meet him in the middle of the night and spread out all the bodies on this tarp, all the bodies of the koalas killed in 1 week. And it was just this awful picture of these mangled koalas. And they could have been fired if their bosses had known that they were cooperating. But put him on the tarp, he got on a ladder, took the picture, and we ran it a spread. And the Australian government was so embarrassed that they passed a law to help save the koalas. The cheetahs I'm really proud of because nobody had ever done that before. We filmed a cheetah running at full speed with a camera moving parallel to it in real time. And it had never been done, and it took us 6 months to plan it. I still can't believe it worked. So I'm really, 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 really proud of.
Olivia Ross, a 2021 UTC graduate, now works for the Chattanooga Times Free Press. Her work ranges from concerts to trials and everything in between. Here she tells us how she got started.
I took a PJ1 class because I had a friend that was like, take it, it's fun, you're artsy. And I was like, okay, I'll try. And took it and kind of just fell in love with the process of making photos, and I didn't really know anything about it or know how to work a camera. I didn't know what any of the knobs and gears did, and kind of just figured it out along the way with, Billy's help and everything, and then grew to really love it and ended up taking, PJ2 and Rising Rock and had a blast doing it. I enjoy sports photography. I think one of the times that I had like a very interesting assignment was with the Coast Guard. They came out to do drills on the river, and I got to go on the boat with them, and being like in an interactive situation is always interesting to me. I have covered trials that definitely kind of hit close to home, and I have to, take myself out of that and be there to do my job, but it is kind of hard sometimes to sit in court and listen to, a family talk about something that happened to them, or the victim's not there to talk about that. That always is really hard.
You can find out more about these professionals Wednesday, March 1st at 6 p.m. in the UC Auditorium. See you there.
The Tennessee Aquarium is still hosting their college days for all UTC students, faculty, and staff. If you haven't already gone to the Explore the River and Ocean Journey, this is the time to do so. College days end February 28th, and all you need for this great discount is proof of your UTC affiliation. That can be your Mocs ID, transcript, or a pay stub. This discount is also good for a 45-minute IMAX theater film.
President Joe Biden spoke in Warsaw, Poland on Tuesday. This comes just days after a surprise visit to Kyiv.
No cause of death has been determined for defensive lineman Ryan Keeler, attending the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. After completing his redshirt freshman season at UNLV, Keeler was announced dead at age 20 when he was found in his dorm by a fellow football player. Memorials will be held at the university throughout the week in his honor.
An 82-year-old woman was found breathing after being declared dead almost 3 hours earlier. She was taken from a New York nursing home to a local funeral home where employees realized she was still breathing. The funeral home staff called for help, and the woman was taken to the hospital for further observance. The current status of the woman is still unknown, as officials say the incident is still under investigation.
The Hills are alive at UTC. The Chattanooga Chamber Singers putting on a benefit concert of The Sound of Music to raise funds for a spring trip to Austria. Faced with a $4,300 price tag for the trip, UTC student Lauren Graves put together a staging of the famed musical with the help of her fellow students. The group will be dedicating what the proceeds are made to student singers attending the Austrian tour, splitting the event's revenue evenly to help with cost. The show will take place on March 8th at 7:30 p.m. in the Roland Hayes Concert Hall and is free to attend, though donations are appreciated and taken through the group's Venmo.
Moon River Music Festival, the popular River City concert series, recently announced its 2023 lineup, including popular acts such as Marcus King and Larkin Poe, as well as headlining performers Camp and Hosier. The festival will take place on Saturday, September 9th and Sunday, September 10th at Coolidge Park. That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep up with us on our Facebook page.
We are also on Twitter and YouTube. Have a good weekend.